Before we put an end to this series, I have a lot of work and DIYs to do. I'm so excited at my bathroom bag. Yes, math! I may sound stressed, and that's because I am. What's gonna happen? No! Oh, CrossFit, come through. Do I wish one better? Yes. Would I recommend that you do it? TBD. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Making Home, the series where I turn my house into a home. And after this episode of painting and fixing lighting, DIYing, a little bit of redecorating, we will be officially done making this house a home. So some people put off the finishing aspects of their home until they're like ready to sell or move. I've seen this done by my friends and family, and I just don't want that to be me. I want to be able to live in my house at its fullest potential, all complete and beautiful, while I'm actually here. So it's time to officially check off all of my house to-do list, bring this space together, and not to mention, my final home tour is officially in the content calendar, so I do have a bit of a deadline here. My to-do list to finish my home is honestly ginormous and will take weeks, but here's a little bit of an overview. I need to patch holes and do paint touch-ups. I need to fix lighting. Are we hearing this? And do some redecorating. This room is just giving sad beige. I need to bring all aspects of the home together so that the whole thing feels cohesive. This upstairs hallway needs some art. In this hallway, I also want to add some grip to these stairs. And also some bigger renovation problems in the basement from the summer flood of 2024. In my bathroom, there's a lot of concrete issues as well as just caulking needs to get redone. And honestly, there are so many more small things, but the plan is to bring everything together with these inspo pics as my guide. Overall, I just need to bring some more color and texture and interest to my space. Sometimes it can be hard to know where to start a design project, but if you're one of the hundreds of people who have taken our Ultimate Room Makeover course, then you know that once you have your task list and a design plan, you gotta start with the items that are gonna take the longest. So I've already called somebody to help me with my basement where I have some concrete flooring issues, discoloration, holes. So somebody's gonna come in and help me professionally deal with that. But I also know that upholstery takes a while. And if you recognize this chair, it's because it's been in my living room for like over a year and I have not got it recovered, so it's time to do that. Also, now that I refinished my ottoman, which also through that process I learned why I don't want to refinish this armchair myself, I have the color of the ottoman so that I can pick out a fabric that's complementary. Before I can get the chair reupholstered, I need to head to the fabric store to pick out some fabric. Okay, I decided to go with this kind of like goldy mustard. It has texture, and I feel like in the space, it'll kind of act like a little bit of a neutral, but still a color. You get me? Now that we have this, we can bring this, and I have the original slip covers that I'm gonna bring to the upholsterer so that maybe this can help them and it won't be as expensive if they have a little bit of a guide. I don't know. Shall we head there? Okay, because I don't like to leave the house and do just one thing, we have a Facebook Marketplace pickup, which I'm really excited for. A mirror for the front entryway. What do you mean? I already have one there. Yeah, I do, but I've been wanting a different one. Wait, it's supposed to be the same height. Girl. She shorted me 2 inches. I think it'll still be fine, and I really like it. Whoa! Whoa! Yes. Sweet. Okay. See you later. Bye. Today I gotta get this bathroom cleared out so that the concrete guys can come in and refinish the concrete to make it look all brand new and waterproofed. Also, before they come in, I need to rip out this nasty caulking. Should we take a video so that I know how to put this all back together?
Isn't that literally what you're doing?
Next, this hole in the wall. I actually have some leftover credits from TaskRabbit that are gonna expire soon. So I'm just gonna get this piece of drywall cut to size, and then TaskRabbit is gonna be able to come in and patch it. And on top of everything, the whole to-do list, the mirror wanted to add itself to the to-do list. So this mirror's been on the wall for like 4 years. And the wood that the French cleat that was attached to just decided to snap in half. And the mirror just fell like this. So very grateful it did not break. That would have been a really bad day. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Also, progress is being made downstairs with the concrete floors. This has been a very long process, but I think it's going to be worth it. But while they've been working away down there, I have been living upstairs, using my small bathroom, and sleeping in the guest bedroom, doing my Facebook Marketplace pickups, and finally, gonna go get my chair. Okay, I got the call. My upholstered chair has been officially reupholstered, so let's go get my chair. Got the chair! Let's start building this corner because now I can finally hang the mirror. I've been waiting to get this chair in position, and also, I don't think I've shown you the vintage IKEA light that I picked up yet, so let me go grab that. Okay, so this is our new old light. This is our new old light on. So see, it goes on the wall like this, and then you can either make it so that it just focuses down, reading, or just focuses up. Now that I have everything, let's bring this nook together. So I'm hanging the mirror so it takes up more room vertically and balances this blank wall. Oh, come on, math. Yes, math. Are you on the wall? Okay, and then this. I wish it didn't have to go in front of the mirror, but honestly, in order to complete the living room space, it just needs to be back a bit. Unfortunately. The chair just has to sit in front of the mirror a tad so that I still have space to walk through the living room, and my new old light to bring a little bit more cozy to this space. Oh, buddy. Oh my God, my dreams. A wish is a dream you plan and then it comes true because you found it on Facebook Marketplace and then you just installed it. Should I paint this?
Don't ask me.
Because you'll say yes.
Yeah.
No. That's just work for the sake of work. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh no! But we'll see. Nothing's off the table. Okay, this is looking exactly how I expected it to. But before we finish up here, I want to address something behind me. So my problem is that this space is really just long and narrow, and I feel like this wall starting at the fireplace, you just don't really have a focal point. You have the fireplace, you have the art above the fireplace, and then you have like the sconce and the wall art there, but then you have the big window, and it's just like, it feels like a mess of a wall. But I do think I have a small solve for this side of the room, because I do want the fireplace to be a moment, and then I do want the living room to feel a little separate. So this whole entire house needs a better restyling, which I want to do once I'm done all these mini makeovers. But I think one thing I can do is not have the entire mantle be styled, but instead keep it a little bit closer to the art so that it doesn't feel like the fireplace is so wide. This won't be the styling, but the general idea of keeping it tighter to the painting, I think, will help with this. This is not styling, this is a light that I want to put up there, but that's a later issue. Okay, number 2, fireplace, planters, table, couch, they're all just here in a row, and it's not creating a division of space. So I think what we need to do is actually get rid of this ugly dead plant and 2 planters stuck stacked on top of each other. Oh, CrossFit, come through. Okay. And then I think I wanna push this a little this way. This wall sconce, art, table all starts there, so that in my mind, in your mind, and the person that walks into my house's mind, living room starts over there. Fireplace, individual focal moment. So that brings me to my third thing. Okay, I think honestly one of the reasons I had the planters here and I was keeping things close over here was to hide this outlet. I don't have many outlets. This is one of them. It has like extension cords and is ugly, and I was trying to cover it with the planters. But if we have something like this is a sleek socket. Honestly, I think there is only this name brand version of it. It's a sleek socket. We've used these before in makeovers. And this way, plug it in. The outlet is covered, but I still get all of that extension and outlet needs. And now we can hide it behind the couch instead of the planters. And now I feel like I've created this space to have the two separate zones. That may have been a really niche design tip, but I just feel like one day it clicked for me. I saw the planters and I was like, oh, this space isn't defined and this looks very messy. So maybe you have an area that just has like too many things along the wall or too much furniture up against each other and you need to break it up a little bit to define the space. I think this looks a lot better. And just wait, I will style things. Okay, so the bathroom floor is finally done after all of the coats. And one of the very obvious things is that it is much darker now. Wondering what you guys think about this, because at first I was like, oh no, but then I was like, I need to accept this because I have no other option than to accept this. But ultimately, I love the color. It has so much richness to it that I'm just now wondering what I do about the rest of the space. It'll have a lot of carpets on over it, so it won't really matter. But at the same time, I was like, imagine the whole basement had this richness to it. Like imagine the rich brown floor with the oak stairs. Remember how we didn't like the toilet room? Look now, I feel like it's like it was meant to be. It's like I knew the entire time that this was gonna be happening. Something that did happen is that when they started putting down the coats, I walked on it after the first coats were dry and I was like, oh, this is very slippery. So we actually ended up adding some sand just to the shower area. Silica sand, I think it's a standard practice. And we'll see if it adds more grip. I mean, I can tell it adds more grip, but I actually have not used the space yet. And when Elliot is off work, we can reassemble the whole basement, which I'm so excited for, so that we can resume our basement lives. But do let me know what you think of the color and if I should do this treatment to the whole basement. Even though the rest of the basement doesn't really need it, I needed it here more for like the waterproofing, but the color, oh. I can't.
Hey guys, it's me.
I'm so excited to have my bathroom back. It's been too long. In case y'all don't remember, I made this vanity out of an old dresser. Still very proud of it. Okay, bedtime?
Mm-hmm.
I do have another hack for you. And that is if you just want to do a little touch up, I think that a foam brush or a foam sponge, this is better than a brush because a brush leaves brush strokes and you have this wall that's been rollered and then you're out here trying to do a patch with a brush and you can tell. And it just looks so stupid on my wall, so I'm gonna do this little patch with a foam brush.
Hey, looks good on you.
Thank you.
You would have never guessed.
Are you coming to help?
No, I have like 20 minutes between calls that I need to do some work on. I came down here to make out a little bit.
The camera got to see real Elliot.
Delete the footage.
Exposed.
Delete the footage.
Okay, now that I can live downstairs again, it means that I can officially focus on this guest bedroom. There are 4 main issues that I think I have with this space. We're gonna start with the duvet cover. Okay, as you can see, the room is just very bland and it makes me a little bit sad, so I think we need to bring some richness to it. Now, my immediate thought after seeing this inspo pic on Pinterest, I was like, oh, yes, we just need to dye the duvet cover brown. It was either I do something to the headboard or I do something to the duvet cover. And since I DIY'd this headboard, if you didn't see that video, I'm really proud of it. I will link it here. I think it turned out amazing, but it would be a lot harder to change the color of that than it would to be change the duvet colors. I've actually decided to save this duvet cover for some linen curtains because I want them to be this color. So instead of dyeing this duvet cover, we're gonna dye this duvet cover that I got gifted to me, and I'm just not loving the color. Now, I honestly haven't dyed many things in my life, and I was a little nervous, so I did a test. Luckily, I had some scrap fabric from the bag that it came in, and I was able to test trying color remover on the fabric to see if I needed to do that before dyeing it, or just dyeing it as it is. I just realized I didn't label them. Damn it! Oh no! And guess what? Both samples came out the exact same color, which means I don't have to do any color removing, which is really exciting, and I can just get to dyeing. And to do that, believe it or not, we're gonna use my laundry machine. The internet says it can be done. We trust the internet, right? Honestly, the RIT website says it can be done. We trust the RIT website. Setting up this framing is like kind of triggering me from when I fell and got a concussion here. Oh. Ow. So this fabric dyeing tutorial, I'm following one that I found online. I'll give you like a very brief explanation as I go. I will link the tutorial I'm following, but honestly, we will see how it turns out to decide whether I would recommend it or not. Before anything, you just need to do a quick load of laundry to make sure that it's wet and clean before starting the dye process. Honestly, I never really used this washer because this is the upstairs one, but since this is my secondary washer, I thought, let's not use my primary one for this experiment. Okay. While that pre-washes, I want to talk about my second issue with the space, and it is these lights. I think they're beautiful. They're vintage IKEA. I got them secondhand. My issue with them is 2 things. It's the textures. I don't know why, but this soft linen texture beside this very structured pleat is just like doing something to me. To me, they feel like they don't necessarily go together. And then also the height of it. I feel like the scale is a little off because these tables are so short. The lamp is actually taller than the table, and it's just design-wise, I'm like, this doesn't feel like it's working so well, so I want to try swapping these out. I tried so hard to find secondhand small lamps that would work for the space, and I finally did find them, the IKEA Fado lamp, but somebody got them before I was able to get them from the person selling them, so I just went to IKEA and got them new. But I think that the low profile of them will give off the right type of light as well as be the right scale for the space. So let's see how this looks and if it makes a difference. I feel like I might have another spot for these lamps. They're so nice. I mean, it's like, it's twice as tall. That's exactly how mine broke. Is it? Yeah. I really like it. Okay, I think this new setup looks really good, but you're gonna have to trust the process because I am too a little bit. There is some new styling that's gonna happen in this space, especially with the duvet cover, and I think it's gonna pull everything together. There's also one other thing I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna swap these square coasters for round stone ones that I thrifted a while back. I just think all the circles that are now going on here are gonna work better together. I'm not drying it, I'm just gonna get it out of our way. And apparently this will not stain your washing machine, because apparently it won't. Okay, first we're gonna start a wash with an empty barrel and fill it with hot water. They say to do a pre-soak, but I didn't end up doing this because I wasn't sure if my machine would drain after the pre-soak and I didn't want to lose all my dye. So I let my machine fill up with hot water, and to that I added the salt water mixture as well as dish soap, and then mix that together. Oh my god, I can taste the salt in the air. I also think I just learned science. You can only use so much water and salt before the salt will not dissolve anymore. Freaking science. We are currently waiting for the washing machine to fill with water, and then we will pause. Pause. Okay, okay, now it's dye bath time. I was also trying to move really quickly because I didn't want this cycle to time out and for the barrel to empty or anything if I took too long. Get out. I poured it in there. And now I'm gonna add my bottles. 3 bottles of dark brown and just 3/4 of a cup of the choco brown. Fucking little No. I should have pre-done this. This feels illegal. Then I let the mixture mix so it didn't time out. Okay. Now it's time to put in the fabric, and I made sure that the fabric was fully submerged in the dye water. I alternated between mixing it by hand to make sure that it wasn't getting tangled, as well as just letting the machine mix it. I really hope this works. This is where things got... Just take a look. When it was done, I needed the machine to drain the dye water, but I did not want it to rinse, and this was stressful. Wait! The lid is locked! The lid is locked! What's gonna happen? Okay. That was it. That was our color is leaving the building. I don't know what to do. Where's my gloves? Don't go right to rinse, babe. Don't do it. What could it possibly be doing? No! But I paused you, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What do you do? Oh my god, we did! Okay, great! Good job, buddy! So then I was able to take out my dyed fabric without it having been rinsed. Then I repeated the process from the beginning, but this time instead of using dye, I used the Color Save product. And you also don't need dish soap or salt this time. And in the end, I let that just drain, and then I was able to just do another normal wash as a final step. Okay, so moving back to our final 2 problems with this space. I just feel like this chair and lamp isn't doing much for me. It makes the chair not practical. It makes the lamp look a little awkward. And I was just using this because I had it already. So let's have this guy move along. And I do have an interesting replacement that I think adds a little bit more character. It's a very unique piece. But before I bring in that lamp, the final thing that I want to change about this space are these curtains. Again, I think was repurposing a lot of things from around my home, and I had these curtains downstairs and then I used them in the media room for a minute. They ended up here, but they are too short, and I would definitely rather like 2 long panels. So let's take these down. The thing about linen is like, it is such good fabric and clearly very dyeable. So I have no doubt this will get put to good use. Remember that duvet I took off the bed from earlier? You mean my new curtains? This, like, I really didn't need to change up the color of the curtains, honestly. I think between the brown and the green rug and the green light and the new interesting lamp, there's enough interest going around that I think these could just be simple. That'll look a lot better, right? If it goes to the floor. Okay. I'm gonna make 2 curtain panels out of this, but I'll bring that lamp in so we can see what that looks like. And then we'll get to sewing. That's pretty. Literally look how tall this is. I picked this up on Marketplace and I love how unique it is and how it gives off a really nice, beautiful, warm glow. And it also has pattern as well as some kind of interesting texture to bring to this corner. And those are Keat shells, by the way. So unique. Okay, to make the curtains, I'm gonna start by cutting off the buttons from the duvet, but before I get to hanging them up, let's get this duvet cover into the dryer. Sexy, sexy color. The drum of the washer was pretty clean in the end, and you should be fine to do any loads of laundry after. Just maybe do like towels or something you wouldn't care about just in case. And don't forget to clean up the top bits where the dye splashed so that doesn't stain, even if you're in the middle of making curtains. I was really hoping to use the tube that was already included on the duvet as part of the curtain rod tube, but it was a little too small to open and close the curtain, so I'm gonna have to make a new tube, which I'm just pinning from the bottom, and then I'll flip them upside down. I think the dryer's done. Let's go check this duvet. I can't. And there we. Oh boy. Okay. Pause on the curtains because I'm very curious to see how this turned out. Okay. I think it's a little damp, but oh boy. I mean, okay. Like it's just a little faded. Kind of looks like a little bit of bleach stain though, especially because it's like brown and light, you know? Okay, I don't know if I'll need these pillowcases because just a little faded and not so evenly dyed. I mean, you can see this color difference right here is drastic. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for this to fully dry. I'm gonna sleep on it. Not literally, I'm gonna sleep downstairs. We're gonna see how this turns out, put the duvet in it, because right now it's just resting on top. See how it is looking. And tonight I'm gonna finish up these curtains so that something goes right. I don't know, I can't tell. It's like, it's not great. It's not awful. Do I wish it went better? Yes. Would I recommend that you do it? TBD. Stay tuned. Kind of looks good, but they do need to be hemmed. It works though. Okay, so classic, I did sleep on it and I do really like the duvet. It's not fully evenly dyed, but it does look unevenly even. It has some splotchiness throughout. So I think it adds some texture and I'm into it. I'm not done styling this space. These light bulbs need to go. They're like way too bright white. I need to hook up my smart lights. And I also feel like something tall and sticky, maybe in this corner, will be nice. I'm gonna be doing final touches for like the entire house after I've done all my major big projects by space. So that will be towards the end of the video. And as I've probably already said, there's a tour coming after this, like a full, final, beautiful tour. So make sure you're subscribed for that because I'm not giving you a tour in this video, sorry, but we will do a lot of DIY projects and pull the space together. Okay, we have another space to pull together. So shifting from the upstairs guest bedroom to the hallway that leads from the main floor to the second floor. I actually did just do this space, but there are a few things that I didn't check off my list and also some problems that I have realized, such as slippery stairs. Okay, so online I bought some non-slip tape. Never used this before, but ooh, comes with a roller. I think I might need to recut them to fit my stairs, but it looks like this. And honestly, they are a little slippery. I feel like I've gotten used to it, but also I had some friends over with their like 2-year-old daughter and she was walking down the stairs and she did like just a little slip, nothing bad. Like her mom caught her, but then her dad was like,
"See, that's why we hold mommy's hand in the railing."
The mom was like, "She was," and I was like, Oh God. So that's on me. Let's not have any injuries in the house. Maybe we'll try this non-slip tape and hopefully it doesn't look bad. Knowing me, I wanna do one stair, make sure it doesn't look bad because I'm afraid a little bit that it's gonna add a lot of unwanted texture. Sometimes we don't want texture. Not gonna lie, this went on a lot better than I thought it would. I thought you would see like a big strip of like clear plastic, but I feel like it blends quite nicely. I am just gonna wait on this for like 5 minutes, see how it adheres, maybe like walk on it a little bit, but I think I will be doing this the rest of the stairs because I think it looks good and it does add a lot of grip. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, and it has to do with the very white wall behind me. You can't even tell where the ceiling starts and the wall ends. And I've always dreamt of putting a tapestry or like a quilt. Art didn't feel right. So let me show you what I picked up on Marketplace. Actually, you know who sent me this? Becky sent me it because she knew I was looking for like some kind of quilt tapestry moment, and then she found this. It's kind of fun, it's kind of colorful. It is like just a bed comforter, and I think it's a little too big. Let's do like a rough little nail into the wall, and then I can see which parts I want to cut and like re-sew to make it smaller. It's kind of just like a lot of color blocking. Maybe too many colors, but again, we can cut them out. To nail the quilt to the wall, I just picked up these upholstery nails. They just have a really nice head to them, and it gives a little bit more of a finished look than using a regular nail. Okay, so I've just been playing around with this a little bit. I have a lot of it nailed to the wall, and I'm loving the little brass nails. Didn't know if they would work, but I think they are working really well for me. I was thinking I wanted to do an angle to follow the angle of the stairs, but I don't know. I feel like it looks weird from up here. My original plan was to cut it into like a square or a rectangle, especially because I didn't want all of the colors. Felt like a lot. I think before I cut it, I do want to discuss this mirror because I had a feeling that this funky mirror with my new funky tapestry would be too much, and I still feel that way. So I did pick up a secondhand like faux wood mirror just to be a little bit more neutral so that I can let the tapestry shine. Let me swap out this mirror and then we can get a better feeling for the space, and then we can decide what size this tapestry should be. But so far I'm liking it. Don't worry, I'll find her a good home because I actually really love her. Can there be one element of fun in my hallway? Oh, latched. Latched. Are you kidding me? Did I just do that in one take? Ooh, I love her. That was easy. Too easy. Okay, now we can fix whatever we want to do here. Okay, I've done some playing around digitally, and these are some of my ideas and ways to kind of flip it and crop it to make it work for the space. I think I'm gonna go with this idea, but that does mean that this needs to come off of the wall and I need to do some sewing. So I think let's get this off the wall, let's finish the stairs, and then I can sew. I found that heating up the adhesive really helped to adhere it best and made it look the most transparent. You can really see the difference that some heat and hard rolling makes right here. This morning I popped into the office to pick up this laser level so that'd be a lot easier to hang up the tapestry, but first I need to trim the tapestry. To the sewing machine. This is like the third bed sheet I've altered this video. I was not expecting that theme. Fixing my house using 3 bed sheets. This is a light that I had pinned. It's from Europe. It's expensive. It's basically impossible to get. And then when I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, I mean, I was like, that's a good enough dupe for me and much more affordable. It's vintage IKEA. Let's get it up here. Please be okay. Another lighting change I want to make is the sconce beside the fireplace. You may remember I bought this light for my upstairs bathroom, but it didn't end up working. But ever since, I've been dreaming of it going here. Also, online and in a bathroom at a restaurant, I saw a version of this sconce, like a modern version, and I was like, I can do that. I got this. This is so much better. I'm so happy. Okay, so just a few more things to make this house a home. Okay, we need some art up on the walls, and then for this art in the bedroom, I want to add some color to it. So when I found these old folders at the thrift store, I thought this green color was really beautiful, so I decided to use that as a mat and then paint the frame green to match. For the mantle, I kept it very simple and just decided that the art should really be the focal point. Eucalyptus plus shower equals you have a spa. Something about this wall sconce was always a little off for me. It's the same height as the hanging pendant. It gives off like no light, and the burgundy color doesn't really look the best against the dark green. So I think that this lamp from the guest bedroom will actually work really well here. I really felt that I was missing some height here in the guest bedroom, so some branches fill the space really nicely and make it feel so earthy but also luxe at the same time. And since I had leftover branches, I decided to thrift a vase and then put some on the TV console. And while I was at the thrift store, I picked up a velvet pillowcase in order to cut up because I wanted to make a striped bolster pillow for the bed using that original mustard linen. I can't really believe that this is the end of making home. This has been over 5 years of turning this house into a home, and I fear we may have made it. And if you do want to see the whole house, the tour in its beautiful styled glory, that is coming next week, and I hope to see you there. Thank you if you've watched from the very beginning, or maybe this is your first making home episode. It's also the last. Okay, bye. Oh no, chills. Emotional chills.